All right, guys, we're going to do a range test on the Swagtron Swagger 5 Elite. Okay, so it's Elite. Let me get the Relive app going. So I'm just going to ride it until it drops, basically. That's what we're looking at. Oh, it would help if I turned it on, right? And see if I got full bars. The display on this thing's terrible, so just so you know that. Now, I'm not going to be babying this thing. I just want to get the mileage on here, see what it'll do. I'm going to go up a couple of hills, just like I would over here, just like anybody else would do if they were riding their scooter in their neighborhood. Every neighborhood has a couple of hills, and so this is just normal stuff here that your average person would have. We got to struggle through this first one, but after this, it's easy. And the battery dies always on this first hill. It kills half the battery, but hey, that's the way it goes, right? This is real life, man, real life. So even if everything craps out, I will still have the Relive app. So if all else fails, if the GoPros don't hold up or whatever, I'll be able to put this the Relive app in and at least finish the tail with that and give us our final numbers. Hopefully the GoPro GPS will come in. It's not been working that well lately. It's been acting up, let's put it that way. Yeah, I love this little Swagger 5, man. This thing rides great. Rides great. Okay, I'm down a bar already, okay, so. And I've got the pedal to the metal here, guys. I'm not playing around, okay? We're going wide open. That wind, I mean, that wind resistance on these things I mean, that really, your body turns into a giant sail. It wants to go back the opposite direction. Yeah, it really puts a damper on you. Let me see what Ivy wants. Okay, so the battery got to take a little snooze there from that call from Ivy. Okay, so I forgot to bring the lock, so I'm not going to be able to stop for a coffee or anything. So that's out of the question. Unless I ride into Starbucks, right? Nope, there's no outlet here, so oh well. Let's ride up and see what's happening up at Popeyes. We got another hill here. This property is condemned. Hell, I never seen that before. Let me go over here and see this. I didn't know this place was condemned. Oh, okay. Wow. I had no idea. Condemned. They were supposed to tear it down and build a hotel, but never got around to it. COVID hit and all that crap. You know how that goes, right? Well, I'll tell you, I still can't get over how much wind is so far. I mean, every day it's just 20, 30 mile an hour winds constantly. Even when I went over there to make that video over at that Cary blast furnace, it was windy that day too, believe me. But that Mini 2 is such beast mode that it withstood it. Okay, so we're heading to Popeye. Give me a wing. Okay, well, it's not that busy actually. I keep forgetting it's kind of late. I think the Dunkin' Donuts is closed already, is it? Or what? I can't remember. I think they close at 6 o'clock. I have no idea why, but they do. Yeah, they're closed. Why in the hell would you want to close a business this early? You know, COVID's over. You can open back up now. Just hit a nice pothole there, no problem for the Swagtron. No problem at all. Okay, so we're just chugging right along here. See, every time those gusts of wind come in, it really slows you down, believe it or not. It makes a big difference in the miles per hour. Wow, that pushed me back to 10 miles an hour. Okay, let me stop over here for a sec, take a little 2-minute break. Shit, I still got 4 bars on here. Okay, so that thing's still rolling. Let me see what the app says. The app said I went 3.2 miles already. Okay, so we're rolling. 4 bars. Okay, let's go. Heck, I get 10 miles out of this thing, I might wrap it up and say, okay, that's good enough. 10 miles is plenty for the Swagtron. Of course, it's down to 2 bars once I hit the throttle all the way. Then it goes down to 2. Had to hit the brake there. She killed, that lady on the walker killed my inertia. I had a floor heading right toward her. You know, I know range tests are boring, so I will speed through this. Besides, you'll see the Relive app at the beginning of the video, so, or pretty close to it, so if you don't want to watch the whole video, you can just watch the Relive part. If you don't want to watch the exciting sights and sounds of Penn Center East. You go over on this side for a little bit. This Swagger 5 really does ride nice. I highly recommend this thing. Wow. I made my review video on this thing. I'm going to give this thing a great review because this thing is fantastic for 200 bucks. Are you kidding? This is great. I'm going to come over here for a little break, a couple of seconds, just to get a puff. It's a nice little spot over here. The employees come out here and, you know, take a little take 5. Go back over to Laurel Village. Must be another storm coming tonight, man. Wow. Okay, so now it's down to 1 bar. I'm not feeling any drop in the speed or anything, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I am a little hair of speed missing. I don't know. No. Okay. Yeah, just a little smidge. But it's still hanging. It's still hanging. Okay, so that last, let me let the battery rest for a sec. Okay, I'll go take another puff because that last bar is flashing. Okay, now don't forget, guys, I've been running this thing wide open. I mean, for the absolute most part, unless I couldn't make a corner or whatever, the throttle has been all the way down the whole time. So let's take a quick look at the app real quick to see what we got. 6 miles so far, 6.0 miles. Okay, not bad for this little $200 beater. Actually, if I was just going easy, I could probably get 10 miles out of this thing, which would be great, you know? Just going 10 miles an hour, 12 miles an hour on the trail, just puppying it like that, I could probably get 10 miles out of this thing, no problem. But I'm gonna run it for a while more longer. That last bar is still flashing, so eventually it's gonna crap out here. Let's try to at least squeeze another mile out of it. Yeah, I can tell it's slowing down, to be honest. Doesn't have the same amount of oomph. It's definitely lacking the oomph. No doubt. Yeah, because right here I would be getting 14 and a half, 15. But it's not doing it. Yep, it's slowing down. Definitely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've got it full throttle now. It's going 6.7 miles an hour. So that's going to be about it. Now it's down to 2 miles an hour. There it goes. Like it just quit. Let me rest it till I'm going to start walking back home. It just stopped. So I'm going to let the battery recoup here a little here. Actually, it shut down. Okay, so I'm going to start walking back a little bit. Let me see what the mileage was real quick, because it's turned off right now. The mileage is 6.6 miles. That's what it made it before it shut down. 6.6 miles. So I'm going to stop the app right now, and that'll be it. 6.6 miles. Okay, we're going to try to get home. Oh, it crapped out again. As soon as I started to go, it died. It just won't go, man. Once it gets to like 5 miles an hour, it just wants to shut down. Let me run a little bit and hop on it. See, this is why I don't like to do range tests out there on them trails, because if this happens, then you're stuck walking. Here, the maximum I'm gonna walk is probably a half a mile or less than a half a mile. So that's not too bad. I can just ride around Penn Center here and just make it home, you know. So, all right, guys, I'll make it home. No big deal. I'm just gonna cut the video here. All right, guys, it's downhill from here. You guys have a nice day. I'll talk to you later.